And you are now tuned into the Hella Queen podcast, and it's your girl, B. Diddy.
Hey, it's Double O.
It's Tiff Daddy.
It's Dom Dizzle.
She got it right this
Is
week.
it Dom?
I got it right?
You didn't sound
You
too
got it
confident.
right.
You didn't
It's
sound too
Dom. Hold on.
confident.
Can I get a do-over? It's Dom Dizzle.
That's your
I don't think that was
confidence.
either. I don't think that was
Dom
good
Dizzle
either.
better.
I was a little confused.
She tried, y'all.
You're like-
She tried.
Dom
Is
Dizzle.
it?
I'm
Is that me?
Yeah.
Maybe? I don't know. I don't know,
I need a
but
new
we
name.
using our rap names today because we do have a special guest in the building.
Gang, gang, gang.
Ow.
Louie J.
Gang
y'all
shit,
doing?
talk
How y'all
gang
doing?
shit. Who you paying with? Gang shit.
That way.
Yay.
That way.
Great conversation for this week's episode. We do have, again, Louie J.
Yeah, I'm here.
He's coming to give us a little bit, a little bit of more information if you guys listen to local artists, which you should, because we know, y'all know our show is about supporting our own.
Yes.
He will be releasing a mixtape, 07111. He's from Irvington. Gang
Are
tape.
You from Irvington?
From Ellison Hopkins.
Oh, I never knew you
Yeah,
from
Ellison
Irvington. I thought you from
Hopkins.
Newark.
Ellis.
No. Oh, no, when he went to Bayonne, he was like, no. Nah, but he's from
I never
Irvington.
knew that.
He from Irvington, dog. He ain't from Newark.
This is going to be a personal episode, y'all. Real talk.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, Louie J.
My name Louie J. I'm from Irvington, New Jersey. I spent about 3 to 4 years in Bayonne, New Jersey, so I kind of claim that too. And I was born in
you
Newark,
should.
though. So, you know what I mean? I'm here.
Oh, what
He
hospital?
wasn't born in Newark.
I was born in Beth Israel.
Oh, like me. We're twins.
I'm a Newark resident.
I was born in Beth
I was born in
Israel,
Beth
too.
Israel.
I didn't know you were born in Beth
I
Israel.
got 2 beautiful kids. I
How
got
you
a
supposed to have thorns
fiance.
if you was born in Beth Israel?
I just recently just sold my studio in Orange. You know what I mean? I got a couple different things going as far as the music go. That's who I am. I'm all those things in one.
So you said, did we say gang tapes?
Nah,
did-
oh yeah,
we
yeah,
did.
gang tapes.
You think, what were you, Crip? Or what are we talking about today?
He's none of the above.
So-
Yo,
What are you talking about today?
So if you guys don't know me or not familiar with me, shit is crazy. Ain't no Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, he about to rap his set for real.
And, where I'm from 07111. That's Irvington, New Jersey.
B said that already.
Yeah, you ain't gonna let me finish talking to you. So Irvington, if you're familiar with Irvington, you would know that, you know what I mean, coming up in the late 90s, early 2000s, it was mainly just populated with Crips, Grape Street Crips, and then Newark was just all Bloods, opposed to 1 or 2 areas. Newark was all Bloods, but I'm from Irvington.
I thought Brim was from Irvington.
That's not no
That
Irvington.
is Chadwick, Tiffany.
No, because
Refer to
I knew
episode
Brim
21
homies
of
and
Hella Queens.
did you
Irvington. Because I had a Brim boyfriend.
It's an
so
Irvington
I
set,
know.
basically.
You said you Grape Street? That's what you
Yeah, I'm
said?
about to
Yeah, I'm
say.
Grape Street
Oh,
Crip.
I know they got Brim homies.
Jeez, you already know.
I know they got
Big
Brim homies in
cheese.
Irvington.
Turn them down.
Sorry.
So, Louie, how old were you when you began rapping?
Oh man, I was a late bloomer. I started rapping like 18 and
What?
like 19 maybe. 19
I thought that
years
you
old.
started rapping like early, son.
No, I started rapping
Oh my
late.
God.
You know my story already as far as
I don't know your story.
Well, can you tell our listeners the story?
For those who don't know, he
so-
thought he
I don't know the story.
Those who
I don't know the story.
Those who don't know me, my grandmother passed when I was 11 years old. I lived with her all my life up to 11 years old. My mother's an addict, and she also has HIV. She's been dealing with that 20 plus years. So from the time I was almost 12 years old to about 16, 17, I lived in Bayonne in foster care for a year. Then I stayed with some family members, so on and so forth. Then I'm living on my own since I was 16 and a half, 17. I'm in my 30s now.
And is that what
Old nigga.
inspired your song when you say you're from the mud?
Yeah, that's an old one.
What is the mud?
What's the mic?
The
dirt.
gutter.
The
The gutter.
dirt, the grind.
The gutter.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, like
mud.
the gutter. Yeah.
So
From
when
the
you
bottom.
first started out, you wasn't starting out as, like a regular rapper. How did you get that start again?
Yeah, man. I sold some drugs when I was younger to do some things like that as far as starting off as other artists. It was different than me than other artists when they first came out. I had just came home out of
Came
being
home from where?
from the county. I just came
Okay.
from the county.
When you say come home, that's where you're coming from. You ain't coming from another
and
city.
I just lost my
I thought it was
apartment.
gang talk,
I just
you know,
lost my
you get
apartment, and I just lost my apartment. I was staying in a shelter for like 3 or 4 months, and then my cousin was like, he was coming to check me out. He's like, yo, why don't you start like just writing some things down, see how it trigger an emotion, so on and so forth. And that's how we started doing the rapping stuff.
That's how you got into battle rapping at first when
I
you
wasn't
bombed?
battle rapping.
say you was a battle
I did. She was on some bullshit. I did one battle.
Don't do
No,
that.
I did two battles. I
How
did two
was it?
battles,
How
right?
was it?
Yeah,
First
that's why
battle
you
I
didn't do
won.
anymore.
We went to the Fight Club. And y'all remember the Fight Club back in the day?
Yeah, I do. But
with
who?
the table.
Who did you battle?
One guy I don't remember, but the second dude, the first dude I destroyed, I don't remember his name.
But the second dude that destroyed you,
His name
you gonna
Philly.
always remember that nigga.
Yeah, I remember that dude. His name, I still be seeing him today. His name Philly Swing. You talking about destroy me?
Yeah.
Destroy me. If I can find that footage, I'm gonna put it up.
You should. You really should.
So one thing, Louie, now I'm a fan. I'm gonna say that. You know, I'm a fan of
appreciate
your
it.
music.
I appreciate
I know it.
Yes.
One thing I can say about your music, from what I know, is that you always talk about your life
Yeah.
experiences, and that's
Yeah.
what I can.
like storytelling.
Yeah, and that's what I can basically say. Oh my God, you know what I'm saying? We missed that about the
Yeah,
90s
about rap.
You know what I'm saying?
About-
Because
Yeah.
people don't
Yeah.
really, we
They
don't
don't
hear
tell
that no
stories no
more.
more.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
So some of our listeners who don't know, can you like, how many mixtapes and like albums do you have? And can you list them all? Because
Oh, damn.
if they want to go back and like listen to that older shit.
Yeah,
And where can they
that's a
find
good
it?
question. I'm about to try to list
All right, let's
most
try
of
this.
them. All right, so it might not be in order.
Okay,
all right?
That's fine.
So I had The Greatest Show on Earth.
This is an album or mixtape?
Everything was mixtapes
Oh,
up to
okay.
Up until-
maybe 3 years ago.
Okay.
So it was The Greatest Show on Earth. It was my mixtape Better Than Your Album. It was
Talk your shit.
Confident.
it was J.O. Scheme in HD, High Altitude J. I came with that one. That was probably the one that really got me jumping in 2010. That's what started getting me buzzing. It came out with 20 songs, and it also came out with a DVD.
Dumb.
Package.
What
And
was
I
on the
gave out-
DVD though?
It was just mainly just interviews,
Okay.
some footage of when I was in the battle world, some fights I got and stuff like that.
Was that the album when you were in space?
And I was in the Ashley plus today.
He was
B, you know what album that was.
wait. He was in
She about
space.
to start clowning him right now, just so y'all know.
That's the campaign. That campaign right there in 2010. That got me where I needed to be.
That's what's
it was
up.
funny.
So people started hearing you then,
just
like they
came- I
started
was-
like,
I
all
was-
right, this
I
nigga
gave
on to
away-
something.
I gave away 8,000 CDs. I gave it away. 8,000 CDs and DVDs together. And I went to like 6 different states.
I was about, okay.
So, and then Twitter just came out.
So it was like a little tour then.
Yeah. I did it by myself too. I brought like 10 people with me. And I did it by myself. I brought them all out. We did that. And then me and 2 other people, we threw a concert, a small concert in Irvington.
Okay.
And it sold out, 1,000 people. We did it.
That's
Wow.
what's
And I
up.
got
And
locked
which
up.
one was this for? This is
what?
for all of them?
This is when you were J.O. Scheme.
Here
But
she
they
goes.
was saying, yeah,
Wait, you had another name?
Bianca, this is when
Tell us about your
Name
stage
change.
name.
All this
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I had a name change. I got locked up. I had dreads. I was going through situations.
You had dreams.
He looked like a
Yeah,
dog.
long
You didn't see
dreads.
one of his album covers where he had the mugshot? Yeah.
I was in a situation when somebody had got murdered, whatever the situation was, and I got locked up. I sat almost 2 years. So when I came home, then I started kind of running. That was like 2009, then to 2000, almost 11.
So you were J.O. Scheme?
What was it? J.O. Scheme?
Yeah.
Before you got locked up.
Where'd you get that from?
Yeah, what brought you to that
You know,
name? You were scheming.
the J.O. was for jump off back then.
Oh, nigga.
Hoe. Fucking hoe.
So that was for. It was for jump off, and then people just, if you know me, you know what I mean. You know, people say I'm a manipulator, so on and so forth.
Yeah, I can believe it.
So that's where the scheme. That's where the scheme comes.
What's your sign?
I'm a Cancer,
Scheming.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, gang. I'm not a Cancer, but
but that's where.
I like Cancer. I like Cancer, man.
Oh, okay, you like cancer.
Cancer,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So you know, that's my story for the most part in a nutshell.
So then,
Skipping some parts.
how did you get to Louie J then?
One of my
You
mans.
started rocking hella Louie?
Nah, that wasn't.
I'm pretty sure
All
you
they
were.
talk about is
I'm pretty
Louie.
sure.
One of my man
Louie.
named, he got murdered. He lived in Jersey City. His name was Louis Jassant.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? So I just
Rest in
took
peace.
his and played wordplay. So like Louis J, I just took that like that.
Oh,
Pay
okay.
homage.
That's what it was. Yeah,
That's
so I
beautiful.
messed it
Wow,
up.
that's so deep.
Yeah.
That's what's
I'm trying to
up.
do
That's one
things
thing
that
about you
mean
I
stuff. don't
noticed.
just do things just
Like
for
your
no reason.
music. Your music's really deep.
I appreciate it. I really
Like,
do.
You pay a lot
really
of homage
enjoy
to a lot of people who like were in your life or people
Yeah.
who you just like influenced by or just people around you. Like
Yeah.
I like that. You definitely do give respect where respect is due, which is good because a lot of rappers not doing that now.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So that's what's up.
The influences, you know, as you walk on down the way, only way I learned is from these people. So
Yeah. So you gotta put in that respect. Because like what we said last week, a lot of people don't want to pay homage to other people who in the game.
Yeah.
And it's like it's
That's
fucked up.
facts.
Yeah. That's why I
But let's
always
start
do
getting to
first.
some of these questions, shall we?
The heat is on.
Is it really? Because it's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes.
You like to break out your song.
Getting so hot.
Go ahead, Massa.
I'm gonna take my clothes off.
So you mentioned that you have 2 daughters, right?
Yeah.
So, my question is, how hard is it for you to balance your professional life and your personal life? Because Louie J
starting
can't
that
come
early.
home, right?
Yeah, let me tell you something. When my wife's screaming so much, it's starting to get easier.
Oh, Bianca, you yell? You yell?
Yo, she deboing shit. You know what I mean?
First of all.
Nah, but
I don't hear Bianca yell.
I respect what she's saying though. You know what I mean? I'm starting to move them up. Then it's not fair some of the times. She always be with the kids, and I barely be with them. Just me being honest with you. You know what I mean? I probably be with them maybe 6 hours of the day when I am home, or 3 hours of the day. It's 24 hours of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The rest of the time is with my lady. So on and so forth. And then when I leave,
Yeah.
You
they ain't no
gone.
telling. They gonna
Yeah.
be all weekend. She in the house. It's 100 degrees outside. You think she don't want to be dying? You know what I mean?
First of all,
So for some of our listeners who don't know, Louie J and Bianca are engaged.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
her bae.
So
That's daddy.
I don't think we introduced that.
That's
in
the one who
episode.
put the ring on it.
Oh, we ain't
Beyonce
introduced it.
We
voice.
never introduced that. So just so you
That's
guys know,
daddy.
Y'all don't got
This-
the clip? Y'all don't got the clip?
this
Clip of
is-
what?
When I got on my knee? How y'all got?
That's personal, but that's about to get
Nah,
into my
I'm
next
messing with
question.
y'all. I'm messing with y'all.
So many rappers and entertainers hide their personal life. Do you feel like it's necessary?
I feel like that's what that's what the game was. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's in my opinion, it's starting to become a little bit more realer, where it's real people exist. Like, who doesn't have a woman in their life?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Outside of their mother. And I think nowadays, transitioning from the culture we was at to now, people are now starting to be more susceptible. I mean, to you having a woman, you having a lady, so on and so forth.
Right.
I personally think too, we're just piggybacking off of that. A lot of people are buying into brands now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if this is a family man, you know what I'm saying? Like, people want to see that from you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So exactly. You know what I'm saying?
like he was huge with
People
that.
are really buying into brands. It's not just about, oh, hide this, hide that. They want to see who you are. What's your personal life like? And that's all this social media stuff.
And then it's a little different from me. So, like I said, I grew up in gangbanging. You know what I mean? From the age of 12 to an adult. And then at a certain time, the internet took part maybe almost 10 years ago. So you can see my transition with my family in the past 10 years. So we grew up online as well. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So if you go back to Facebook, so on and so forth, and it all intertwines with the music. You get
And
what
I'm going to
saying?
ask this one question because we're on the topic of your personal life. One of my favorite songs is you dedicating it to the love of your life, Bianca.
Yeah.
What song
Like-
is that?
This is my last project. It's for my baby. I made a song for.
What's the name of the song?
Ariana Milan.
What's the name of the song?
She put me on the spot. I don't.
I'm sorry. It's
I know
okay.
exactly the name of the song. I know exactly the song she talking
I can't
about,
get it right.
but I don't remember the name.
Okay,
for it.
okay.
It happened. It was like a year or two ago.
So what made you
Okay.
become personal on that song?
You know what it is? I'd like to tell the truth in my music about everything I do, no matter.
What I love about you.
Yeah,
What I love
I
about you.
I'm
appreciate
telling
it.
you, storytelling is like the new
Yeah.
thing for
And then,
music.
so I felt like it was only right. It was this singer I knew from a while ago, and I just felt like she'd be perfect on it. Her name Diva Candy, and she came. Well, her real name Shakria. You know what I mean? And she did a great job singing on the hook. And I heard the beat. Vince sent it to me with my man Vince. He worked for the NBA. He the one,
I know.
So before that, he was working for Interscope.
Oh, really?
So that's what people didn't know before he started working for the NBA.
Cool.
Vince.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So-
he sent me the beat with the Will Smith in the beginning of it.
Yeah.
It just Will Smith was talking in the beginning of it when he was
Okay.
talking to his lady. He was telling her he loved her and how much he loved her, so on and so forth.
And that shit
And it
just...
just sparked an emotion
Yeah.
with the mellow tones and
Did
the
you
beat.
cry making the song?
Nah, I'm not that guy.
You not? You sure?
I
So
ain't
not
cry.
the crier.
I didn't even really cry when I had
Nah.
my kids, but it was an emotional moment for me. I threw up in my mouth, type stuff like.
oh my God! I'd rather you cry than throw up.
It was a crazy when I had my kids.
Oh, you
by
had 'em.
far, It was.
He said when I had my kids.
It was by far maybe one of the best moments of my life.
Bianca said, "You feel me?"
I don't know if you recently. So Jay-Z was on David Letterman's new show, My Next Guest, on Netflix.
Yeah.
So one of the key points of that interview to me was when David Letterman asked Jay-Z, "Was rap about real life?" And Jay-Z said, "It used to be." You know what I'm saying? And that's why I respect you so much, because your rap is about your real life. A lot of these niggas that I hear nowadays, their rap is not about their real life.
Yeah.
The shit
They are, though.
The shit that they talk about now is made up because they want to live that lifestyle. So they feel like they have to portray that. But it's not that anymore. So
It's an
why,
online persona.
So why, like, how are you as Louie J and you putting your personal life into your rap? Like, is that like a balance for you, or like what do you feel?
For me, when I write, I know you probably hear this a lot. It's gonna sound, you know what I mean,
Cliche,
but it's therapy, and it truly is.
I feel like
just
music
told
is therapeutic.
Yeah, I just told you, you know what I mean, my past history, so on and so forth, and then the struggles that I went to. I don't think it would be another way that I would be able to survive without it. You understand what I'm saying? Because it gives me, for instance, when I first met Bianca, I was doing things crazy. I'm gonna tell y'all a story.
J.O.D.
No, I'm here for a story. Let's go.
I ain't here for it.
He just crossed his leg just so y'all know, so he getting comfortable.
When I first met Bianca, like, she was kind of sure. She wasn't really sure what I was doing, but I never had the real conversation with her what I was doing. But she's not a dumb woman. I'm pretty sure she kind of sure what I was doing. Long story short, I got robbed for like 50 bricks of dope. You know what I'm saying? Right in front of my house by somebody I was dealing with for a minute. A minute.
Like family.
Yeah, oh yeah. By somebody like that, and he almost killed me. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a real
Wow.
fact. You feel me saying? And then in the process of him robbing me, I had to come and take all my money that I did have and pay my connect back. And I still owed him some more money. I even had to sell a BMW that I had, so on and so forth, just to get back right.
Yeah.
So you had to do a lot.
So that created a whole different type of situation, you know what I mean, just with me and my lady and me doing so on and so forth. And that kind of stopped and slowed down the music. Now imagine me not putting that into the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that story. Because a lot of people might have been through that same scenario.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying?
And then they can relate to you like, yo, I fucks with Louie. Like, we've been through the same struggles.
thing.
Like, you know.
And then years, you know, this is off topic, just years, I was thinking about like, yo, why didn't I blow yet? Because I was interrupting my own life by going to jail. I couldn't be consistent as much as I want.
You was doing
But,
too
you know,
much at once.
And then I was making the transition, trying to learn myself with my lady. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So that took a time for itself now. So now, years later, I'm finally feeling like I'm comfortable with who I am now. I finally became a man in these past 6 years developing. Well, 7 years, going on 7 years. And you know what I mean? Now I'm ready to do what I need to do.
You think you need a commercial song to pop?
That's a lie. That's false. J. Cole ain't got no commercial song out. Forget J. Cole.
No. Let's go back to beginning J. Cole.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
He had a commercial song
He
to
did,
pop.
but before that, he didn't have no
Commercial
commercial songs. Y'all didn't know him, but he was getting tours. Saturday Night Lights, y'all don't even know what that is.
No, I
The
don't.
mixtape.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna lie right now. I don't.
yeah, I'm just saying, for most people don't
Eminem
even know
wants
who
some?
that is. Like, what, Saturday Night Lights? Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
mixtape. He was torn off that. Making millions of dollars off that. Nobody knew him. In 2009, he was doing this. When it was big to, you know what I mean, to have hit records. It's still kind of big, but the radios, I don't want to say it this way because I don't want them to hear me and be different, but it's kind of a dying culture.
What, radio
You
music?
don't need it as much.
You don't.
You don't need the radio.
Radio? Yeah,
Satellite.
because all the same shit. Yeah, satellite radio is the shit.
Let's
the
look
only
at A
time-
Boogie. That nigga
yeah.
just popped up from internet.
Right.
Come on, like.
now. And then now you hear him on the radio. That's how I go.
Absolutely.
It's, you got to pop on the internet first, then you go on the radio. You can't try to go. It's not happening no more. It's Cardi B's. You could say Cardi B's. Oh, she's she made it from the radio. That's
No,
not
she
absolutely
didn't.
true.
She got her start on Love and Hip Hop because she
Love and
was
Hip Hop.
on
She got her
Instagram.
No, she got to start from
On
stripping
Instagram.
on Instagram.
Yeah, so it's like that's
Some
how she even
ratchet-ass
got to
videos.
Love and Hip Hop. It's from Instagram.
Some
Everything
ratchet-ass
is
videos.
I
on the
wouldn't say
internet
stripping.
now.
Stripping didn't really do much for it. But
It was those
videos.
videos.
The
But
videos
Yeah.
and stripping, she used that to her advantage.
But you know, at one point when we was having a discussion, you were saying how bartenders and strippers is the new PR people.
Yeah, they the PR.
They
I was saying
they
that.
introducing people
Yeah.
because they in the clubs with the Rick
Girl.
Rosses, the whoever's in the strip clubs. They in the club with them and they plug in they homies and whoever.
Bruh,
But-
I'm a bartender,
I can agree
and that
with
shit
that.
is work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, literally, it's work. Promoting and then all that connecting shit, that shit is work.
Yeah,
like, for
it
real.
is. Now, what artists have you worked with, and who do you want to work with in the future?
I work with a lot of artists. Wow.
Shout out some Jersey rappers or whoever, even non-Jersey rappers.
I work with Loaded Lux. Y'all probably don't know him. I work with Loaded Lux. I work with My Song. Y'all remember My Song?
Yeah.
We did some old. You go back to the old
That
footage,
nigga
2011. We did some old freestyles and stuff together.
That nigga got a story
Yeah.
too from him going to jail and coming back. He had a
Yeah,
story.
old head, so he in his 40s.
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
So,
me too.
A lot of rappers be older.
With
I
My
noticed that.
Song, that's when you pop because
You got to go through
making
some
music.
shit to really
Not just
like
that, you
talk
got to
about
figure it out. So imagine you from the streets. You got to create. This is a business. You know what I'm saying? So Dom husband is rare. Is a rare guy to figure out, to have the opportunity to learn from a business and then to be able to take it and make his own business and be able to pay his bills. That's rare.
Yeah, it is.
Especially in our community, it's rare to do
really
that. You get what I'm
is.
saying?
Yeah.
So imagine as a rapper, me trying to rap, right? And
'Cause everybody
be the
wanna rap.
business. So imagine rapping and be the business. It's impossible. You can't rap and be the business. You can only dedicate yourself to one thing. And then as an artist, this is one thing people don't never understand about artists, right? We don't really care about money. You know what I mean? I'm one of them rare people that grew up in a harsh situation, so I care about money.
mud.
Right.
Yeah, from the mud, from the dirt.
Answer the question, and I have another question. So finish answer the question. What was the question, B?
Who did you work with?
Who
Who did you work with and who do you want to
I
work
work
with?
with Arsenal. Everybody know already. You know what I'm saying? Chad B, Sue Surf, Drop Top Harvey. Who else?
ADG, we just had him up here last
ADG.
week.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Who that?
All-Star the Great.
All-Star
All-Star
the
the Great.
I don't know.
cannot.
I don't know that AG.
No, that's his abbreviation.
Okay,
ADG, All-Star the Great.
Okay, All-Star.
I mean, I work with any artist that you could think of. I work with Shotgun Suge, and some of I put them in position for them
Did
to
you
be
work
where
with
they at
Double O
too.
yet?
007?
No, Double O.
Double O.
She got bars too.
I say, y'all remember? I said, how you know 007 the DJ back in the day with the old club?
Negative. We talk about Omasa.
Double O.
And so who would you like to work with in the future?
Yeah.
You know what it is?
Like who you like?
really-
Who you like? I think we'd make a good ass.
I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy that be like, oh, I want to work with this guy. No, I'm cool. But I like Nipsey. You know what I mean? I like Nipsey. I also like
His album was bomb to
Yeah,
me.
this
It was
last
crazy.
album was
Victory
dope.
Lap, that shit was dope.
who else do I really like that?
You tell me about the time you was starstruck when you met Jay-Z?
Nah, I wasn't starstruck.
It's okay.
I'm
It
not
happened.
saying
I heard
those.
this
That's a
story.
lie.
I heard this story.
Let me tell y'all this story, bro.
Please do.
We at the pink.
nigga
something.
storyteller. I'm
We at
sorry
the-
to cut
we
you
at the-
off.
Yeah, yeah. We at the pink something in the city. Pink
Elephant? The pink elephant?
Pink Elephant. That's what we
Yeah.
had, the Pink Elephant. So I'm in there. You know, my uncles and them at the time, they was touching a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So we had astronomical amount of bottles, and you know how the city be, and the
This nigga
bottles.
said
be in the city. Astronomical amount. This shit was ridiculous.
That shit's out of this
Space
world.
shit.
Yeah, and especially it's only 4 of us, so it really like, why is all these bottles here? And it's club
Gang,
closing
gang.
an hour.
For the hoes.
Gang shoe.
So,
Gang
you know, they like Jay-Z on the side. I'm like, Jay-Z ain't on the side. Like, what are you talking about? I'm talking. He like, yo, he's on the side, bro. Like, he on the side. You walk over, he's sitting in his own. What's his name? So I walked over and I seen him. I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh my God, it's Jay! That's what B did last week at Jolly Event. That was he met old girl. I didn't do that.
Oh, you didn't? You
I
sure?
seen- I-
Because
nah.
Bianca say something different.
Was this
He's a real fact
was
right
this
here.
pre-Beyonce or post-Beyonce?
Oh, I was with Bianca, so this was Beyonce.
Oh,
so
shit, I would have screamed.
This was 2013. It was like
This nigga done had sex
no,
with
matter of
Beyonce.
fact, this was 2011 or 12.
No, this was before me.
No, I just met you. Promise you. This was
But
2011.
I mean, earlier
12.
that year.
So maybe
But
11.
they were together
She
from like
wasn't claiming is what she's saying. She wasn't claiming.
Negative. No.
Let me tell y'all something. B claimed me before I even claimed her. She claimed the spot.
Yes, Bianca.
Oh, you better believe it.
Claim
That
your
one,
prize.
all these motherfucking fish, but that fish, that's my fish. Proceed.
Claim your spot, babe.
So I seen him in the club. I seen her, and it registered. I'm like, this is really Jay-Z. So I stood there for a second. I watched him. He looked at me.
He said, "I
looked
watch
at
you."
me. Like eye
nigga, you
contact,
gonna
like,
say something?
are you gonna say something? Then he was like, you know the shit he be doing
Yes,
all the time?
that
I was
nigga
like, oh,
shit.
so I'm like, oh, what's up, bro? I walked up. Like, what's some
Respect. Respect.
We want to play a clip from your album, a song from your album. Can we do
That's
that?
my favorite song.
Gang shit. That's what I'm playing. I'm playing gang shit right now.
I like.
we want to do
Wait a
that.
minute.
Play it.
I like. Hey.
Got a crip walk to this shit.
the homies. East to west, real niggas know me. Gang shit. Talking gang shit.
Big G's, not the little one.
Gang shit.
That's Master's favorite song.
Gang shit.
When you went in the studio creating this song, I was like, oh my God. I was like, whose song? I was like, oh my God. The sample on
appreciate you,
that.
Master.
The sample. I fucking love
Yo,
it.
they took the sample. Fame took the sample. Fame and
I'm about to say Fame on there. Who else is on there?
Fame, Shotgun Shook, my little bro Big Moose.
So you had a lot of Jersey rappers on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's what's up.
And
That's
bro-
one thing
bro
I
made
like
the,
about you. You show love to everybody.
I
Bro
try
made the
to,
what?
man.
He made the what?
He made the beat. What's his name? P Dot.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
No, but
shout out
not
to
not
P.
just P
Dot.
Dot. It was P Dot and Fame. They made the beat
Wow,
together.
that's dope.
okay.
That's
That's
dope.
what's
That's
Purple
the
Penthouse.
BGs.
Purple House in the building.
Inside out.
Yeah,
That's my shit.
That shit, like, you need
That's
to
a
be.
whole song, just so you know.
How you know that though?
Because I love music.
Yeah.
I appreciate
We're
you,
big.
man.
We're
She
big.
she
I thought when I
let you
first
be
seen it,
known
I'm like,
it's double
It's
O.
the Bee Gees.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking I'm the only one that really.
Nah.
That's why I be talking to bruh. You know what I mean?
Big bruh.
So what's gang shit?
You know what we talking
Louie, what's gang shit?
What's gang shit?
Yeah.
You know, gang shit was more so of his creation. He know what I've been doing lately.
Who is he?
Fame
Oh, okay.
created the whole hook. He's like, yo, he made the beat for me. He was like, yo, bro, I got a concept for you, bro. You think I could jump in the booth and do it? I'm like, yeah, let me hear what you
Fame
got.
is what? Producer and a rapper, right?
Yeah, producing the rapper.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, let me see what you got. And he did it. I'm like, oh, this shit sound like,
Official.
this shit is official.
Sure.
Shit is nice. You know what I mean?
That sound like top down cruising in the summer.
Yo,
I
I'm
can't
telling
wait.
you, I
Yeah.
can't wait to go to
Walking, the
Cali.
sweat.
I can't wait to go to Cali to play that shit.
Fuck Cali, I'm gonna play that shit right here.
Nah.
Jersey need to hear that shit.
No, Cali need to hear that shit
no,
too. Fuck
Jersey
it.
need to hear it too. Like, we
they
gotta
need to hear
support
that
each
shit because
other. We gotta
they
support
rap
each
that
other.
gang shit out there. So it's like, yo, they gonna be fucking with Louie J. Like,
So he made that, and when he made it, I just was like, wow, this shit. I'm be honest with you, this is my first time working with Fame, so he'll tell you too. I had a conversation with him about this. So I heard some of his music before this prior. It was cool, but then I heard.
why you say it was cool?
This nigga will tell the truth. It was cool.
It was cool.
For real.
And then I heard some music after that from the very first time. I'm like, oh, wow, he getting better. He kind of dope. And then he actually he like, I got a beat for you, and you got a hook. I'm like, a hook for me? And it came out like that. I'm like, amazing.
I want it.
That's
And then
what's up.
I don't know if you guys been listening lately while y'all been in here, but he been cooking up.
No,
Yeah,
seriously,
him and, I know him and Bless got a song
Yeah.
out that's good as well.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm proud of my Knicks. That's how I
Yeah.
go. That shit hard. They got
But that's
some
one
shit.
thing one thing I do like about this particular studio is everyone works with everyone here.
Yes.
Like it's always connected. So you always try to connect with a producer or a rapper or someone who does whatever. Like even Osh on the strings. Like I'm like, yo, I didn't know he was on Jimmy's song.
Don't Osh rap too?
Yeah, Ash
I
rap
don't know
too.
if he rap.
Nah,
He
Ash,
rap.
Nah, Ash
He
rap
rap.
too.
I didn't know
he
that.
raps.
Asha, a rapper, but he's an engineer by
He's an
trade.
engineer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
And instruments like dope. Like the
Yeah,
nigga
yeah,
can like
yeah.
just.
He's a
He played the
musician.
drums at church.
He's a musician. He's a musician. Yes, that's the genre.
Do
he's on
you
there.
do you write your lyrics? Do you like listen to them in your head? Do you write them before you hit a song? After you hit a song? Like, what do you do?
No, at this stage, it's been transitions with me. So when I was first trying to do it, I brought my first raps at all. I'm gonna bring you to the beginning. I brought my first raps to my cousin, just trying to rap, and just generally when I was listening to the beat. And I had what is it called? Tutorials with me. And it did not work out.
I don't
a
know.
thesaurus.
You telling me something? Dude?
Oh, a thesaurus.
Thesaurus, that's what it's called. I'm sorry.
Oh, like a dictionary.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know. Something new for me.
I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
I said something new to me.
I can't, I'm some dirty hood nigga.
It's
you know
okay.
what I'm saying?
But you got
some
growth.
straight mud, for real.
But you got growth.
So I did that, and then it didn't work out. I spit the bars to him. He was like, "This shit trash, bro. Like it's trash." And then I brought it to Drop. Drop been writing way before all of us. He was hard back in the day.
Drop in the studio with us right now.
Yeah, he transitioned too. So I let him hear some shit. He looked me dead in my eyes. Told me that shit is garbage.
But you need that you need people like that sometimes.
You need that. Look me
You
dead in my
need
eyes.
that, yeah.
Told me it was garbage. So as time went on, I just took different strategies to writing. And now I can only write if I'm in a studio. Like I can't do a song before I come to the studio. I gotta write in the studio when the music's playing, when I feel the vibe, because I want to give you the same energy I felt when I first wrote it. And it's hard to give you that same energy from home than try to bring it to the studio. It's damn near impossible.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm
All
saying?
right, so what advice can you give up and coming independent artists?
Know your business. And that's first and foremost. Know your business and know what you in it for. Understand the game. Understanding the game has to do with 20% music and 80% business.
Did you
Everything else
see
gonna fall in
yourself doing
place.
anything else besides rapping? Or no, you always thought you want to do your rapping?
I mean, I'm be honest with you. Up until I was 24 years old, I didn't see myself really doing nothing much more than gangbanging.
Oh, okay.
You know, I mean, just me being honest. Even though I did it, all other things, I'm gifted, right? In certain areas, and I know my gifts, right? And I'm not sure if music is my gift, but I know I can make money with my eyes closed.
Okay.
Like with anything I do, I'm usually successful at it. And sometimes I try, and as I got an adult, as I was, got into adulthood, it started to become a little harder because your gifts work different as you get older.
Yeah, that's
sure
true.
do.
They
But you
do.
got to
They
understand that.
change.
You know what I'm
You gotta
saying?
let your
They
gifts
change
work
for the
for
better.
you.
They
Yeah, you
change
got
for
to
the
make it work
worse.
for you. So when my first business, I wouldn't say it was a failure. You know, well, my second business, I wouldn't say, which was the studio. I wouldn't say it was a failure because we actually made money when we sold it. You feel me? We made a nice little bit of money, but it just was a failure to us because it was something that we wanted to keep. You know what I mean? It was more of a personal business than anything
Like
else.
you just always know you wanted to own the studio, so you did it.
That's what I did. You know
and
what
you
I mean?
accomplished that. But it's like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm
But
okay
is
with
what
that.
it
you know,
is.
life
Yeah.
comes full circle.
Yeah. Life comes
It
full
could definitely
circle.
come back around.
It does.
So, quick question.
Yeah.
Top 5 dead
Dead
or
or
alive.
Oh man,
Let's do it.
this is an easy one. So
Is it?
If
Yeah,
not for a lot of people, it's
for
not.
me, this is very easy.
Okay.
All right, me and him have this conversation all the time. So I'm gonna go with number 1. It's gonna be Pac, right?
Okay.
What?
He loves
Wait,
Tupac. He loves
let him
Tupac.
say it's 5.
He
Then
might,
we'll
but-
then we'll
but
talk
look, but
about
look,
it.
my number 5 is 6. You understand what I mean? Because Pac is tied with 1. Jay-Z and Pac are number 1. There's no split. They're number 1.
So top 5 dead or alive. First is Pac. Who's 2?
No, so Pac
So-
and Jay-Z is 1.
You gotta pick one. That's
That's
why
one.
it's top
No,
5.
we doing 0 God no higher.
Yeah.
Y'all child. Y'all child.
So
Pen.
those two are 1, right? Then after that, I'm gonna have to say Biggie. I'm gonna have to give it to him.
Okay.
Why? He only
Then I just said let's say it's
You know
top
what,
5. Then you're
this
gonna
why,
talk
I'm gonna tell you
about
why
it.
too. I'm actually like why you said that. No,
Nah,
I'm gonna
Louie,
tell
say
you
it.
my top
Just
5
keep
first.
so say them all.
All right,
Yeah.
so now after that, it's gonna have to be Nas, right?
3 is Nas.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's have to be mandatory.
Okay. Who's number 4?
should have been higher.
Who number 4?
Drake.
All right. He a real one for giving him for
I
props.
had to
And
get
who-
my boy in there, and then the last one is M.
Eminem? Okay,
No.
cool. I don't ever really hear Eminem
Gotta
often.
be M.
I don't hear Eminem often, but Eminem was
now let me tell you why.
No
I'm gonna tell you-
Rakim?
yeah, Rakim usually is.
but it's top 5 dead or alive. It's not top 6.
All right, so I'm gonna take M. I'm gonna take M out of that. I'm gonna take M out of that. and put
Bianca, you
Rakim.
cannot help this man. This is his interview. What are you doing?
We are 1.
no, not today. We have a
I
queen
already
with Louie
tied
J.
one. I know y'all want me to
You on
tie
our team.
5 twice.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Ain't no,
bullshit.
ain't, listen, bad enough we let you get Jay-Z and
Rakim.
Tupac at 1. So.
Rakim and who was it? Kumo D. I was like, yo.
These niggas are great.
Yes.
These
Yo, Rakim.
Great.
back then.
So
Great.
look, so I'm gonna put
Animals,
Rakim now.
animals,
So my
bruh.
top 5 is Jay-Z, Pop,
He do it 2 and 1.
Big
Daddy Kane.
Why big?
and Rakim.
No, it was Big Daddy
Nobody,
Kane.
nobody would be rapping like this. Even not even Big Daddy Kane. Be rapping with the slow flow, the regular pace that we know as normal. Without Rakim, he's the first person that started that. It was not even debatable.
Let me Google these people.
Right.
You know who Rakim is, oh man. So come on.
The God Allah.
All right, so what's your opinion with Nicki versus Cardi B? With the Cardi B issue? Because, we talked about that last week, and everybody had their own opinion on it. What's your opinion on it?
I think that's a bullshit ass battle. I think that's the people putting them against each other.
So you think it's the media? That's
I
what
don't
DB
really think
said.
it's really-
DB said
yeah.
it's the media, too.
I don't really think it's.
Nah, DB was riding
I'm
on
gonna be
Nick-
for
Nicki.
real.
No,
with
but
you.
he brought up the media
Let's be
thing.
for real with you. We can't really we being disrespectful by even comparing Cardi B to Nicki Minaj. She got 10 years in the game.
I said it.
She's a legend. We can say what we want to say.
But we're not comparing. They just not trying to get. They just keep trying to say like it's a
the
beef. It
media.
ain't no beef.
Why can it be 2 women on top?
That's it.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. Only that shit
We
only
said
not even
happens.
on
we
top.
said we
That
said
shit
that
only
last
happened
week.
with our
Why
culture.
Why
can't
can't
it
be
be
2
2 women?
women winning? They don't gotta be on top. They're winning. They're
No,
both
it
winning
can
right
be-
now.
It
They're
can be 2
both
women on
winning.
top.
Put women in
I want to be
women's
on
You
world.
top.
can't put nobody on top of Beyonce.
Only in the corporate
Let's be
world.
real. You can't put
I'm
nobody on
talking
top of
about the rap
Beyonce.
game. I'm not talking about
There's
the rap
nobody
game.
above Beyonce.
Why can it be 2 women on top in the rap game?
Yeah.
can
no,
be.
it can be. But he just made a perfect point. They were saying Katy Perry and Taylor Swift at one point. You know
Fuck
what I mean?
them.
Yeah, don't nobody give a fuck about
Yeah.
that.
Don't make it about
Don't care.
them.
Fuck them,
Don't
nigga.
care.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
I'm just, but
I'm gonna let y'all finish, but Beyonce had the best video of all time.
Nah.
did.
Fuck you, Taylor. Fuck you talking about.
Nah,
Fuck
but
them.
what I'm saying though is this: it could be too, but rap is like basketball. There's no LeBron James and Steph Curry. No, it's just LeBron James. We know he's the best basketball player in the world. And then now it's the same thing when it comes to music. A female come, a male come. Who's the best person in? We know Drake, hands
But why
down.
always gotta
he
be the best?
That's what it's about. That's
Why
what the
can't it
game's
just be
about.
nice? Like, why can't everybody just be nice?
Somebody
like, your
got
flow
it. Somebody,
nice, your flow
but this the
nice.
problem.
Somebody do gotta be
This
number
the
one,
problem.
though.
The
Somebody
artists
has
gotta
to be
say
number
that.
one.
Back in the day, they was putting Jeezy and 50 together.
Why?
Jeezy, because they were selling
Jeezy and
records.
50?
They went 05. Remember when he came out with Massacre?
Yeah.
And after he sold another diamond, Jeezy only sold 3 or 4 million. But they was like comparing
I
them
did
like,
not think Jeezy and 50
go back
was
to some
the-
old
I know,
articles.
No, I'm
You
just
can put-
saying. I can
you'll see
believe
it.
you. I'm just saying, like,
and what I'm
Jeezy
saying,
and 50?
Jeezy had to keep it real. Jeezy said, "Yo, I'm a street rapper. I don't
Yeah,
care."
He is though. He is.
He don't do
really
that
is.
commercial
He don't do that
shit?
Yeah, he
commercial
don't
shit.
care
He
about
don't.
that.
He
I
don't.
All right, we got another question for you. Well, first of all, so on Instagram, you've been releasing your stories from your prior life.
I've been digging them.
Gang tapes.
How has your prior trials and tribulations rounded you?
I mean, that's a good question. I think my prior situations made me grow up. A lot of them, right? It made me understand that, and it's just me going into adulthood made me understand that gang banging ain't the way. You understand what I'm saying? Back when I was younger, in my younger years, we would do things to people, you know what I mean? And I regret a lot of this. And I'm about to say something. It's not gonna be incriminating. But just say we used to do things to people, right? Unwarranted, for no reason at all, just because.
Just because you know you could do it.
No, not just because I know I could do it, because he got something red on, and we not even
wow.
sure.
So we
Really?
gotta,
Walking
can
through a
I
block.
cut you off for a minute? Because we got a clip from
clip.
you. And this clip is about you and like some dyke girl. She coming to
Let them listen to it.
She coming to Ellis
So
or
if you
whatever,
guys-
and she doing her thing or whatever.
Not me, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Not you, I'm sorry. She coming
So-
to Ellis.
She came
Yeah.
to
If
the
you
home.
guys
do it.
are not familiar with Louie J, and you don't follow him on Instagram, he does do his gang tapes, volumes, like 5001,
Yeah.
on Instagram. And this is one of the clips from Instagram.
One job.
Is it gonna play?
It's okay.
Purple Penthouse Wi-Fi is fucking up, bro.
So this is Louie J. This episode 111. So we was right outside here. This was about 2006, 2007. That Jim Jones just dropped, you know, that POME. So we out here just chilling. It's late night. It's all of us outside. Even Drop was there. Shorty came through talking stupid crazy, a dyke, but a manly dyke. She like, what's poppin'? You know how we get down this grapefruit side. Minutes cleared her. In the process of the homies whooping her ass, they stomping her out. She like, stop! I'm a girl! You were just extra bloody though. You were just extra bloody. It's episode 111, Louie J.
So that was episode 111. How many you got?
11.
11.
I started
That
at
was the
100.
last one.
Oh, that was 111. That's what I'm asking. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the one I just posted this week. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all just put me on the spot like that.
Oh, girl.
Y'all gonna really not? I'm not gonna say y'all. So Ella's gonna really stomp out a girl though.
Yeah, you know what
I don't
it
give
is,
a fuck
bro.
if she was a stud, a dyke, whatever
Nah.
she was a girl.
Nah, but I'm telling you, when you first see it, you wouldn't think that she was a. That's what I'm telling. That's the part I'm not. It's a whole thing to
Yeah,
it, right?
it's-
When I first seen her, right, I kind of figured that she was a girl. So I seen her walking down. I said, yo, I ain't about to even entertain it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then she was just being extra, saying it was other stuff in that video that I'm not explaining. Let me say something to you guys right now. Y'all hearing a 1 minute video. The reason you guys hear a 1 minute video, right, because I want to bring you back the next week and
Oh,
hear
that
some
makes
more from me.
sense.
So.
I definitely come back every
So
week.
yeah, and I appreciate you. and it's more dialogue. You know what I mean? It's so much more dialogue. And a lot of times I don't put in a lot of stuff because somebody will probably hear the situation and want to keep, you know what I mean, or call me or say something to me. Now this chick, this particular situation you're talking about. Now when she first came up there, she had the flag on. We kind of sort of seen her. We was really trying to let her live. I was trying to tell the homies that was a chick. They was like, nah, that ain't no
That
chick.
ain't no chick,
You know what I'm saying? They was like, I'm like, that's a chick. They like, nah, that ain't a chick. I'm like, they was like, she got the bandana on 49. That's if y'all don't know that. 49, that's my street name. People call me 49. They be
He's
like,
retired that.
Yeah, so they be
So it
like
don't matter
49. So long story short,
490.
yeah. So long story short, it was other conversations as far as what set she from. Like, fuck that, I don't give a fuck about these brabs.
Oh, so y'all had conversation before y'all
Nah,
fucked
she
up.
was saying shit out
Oh.
loud to somebody she was with.
And y'all heard it.
and then she walked towards us.
Damn.
And she walked towards us, and there was eye contact was made as she was walking towards, and she was like, "What's popping?"
Oh, she did some shit. I mean,
Relax.
damn.
You know what I'm saying? And then the homie just showed her what was popping.
So she came here looking for trouble, basically.
I guess
I think so.
Yeah. But you know, in the era I'm from, like the Bloods always outnumbered us. So
Sure
that
did.
was
That's why I said I thought Brim was blood.
It is blood.
That's what I was saying. I thought Brims
But he
was from
thought Brim-
Irvington.
Well, I'm not Brim. I'm Grape Street.
I
Crib.
know. I never said that.
What
What
does
I was
Brim got to
saying
do with anything?
earlier, I know this is about you, but what I'm asking is a general question.
Oh yeah, Brim.
I
is
was
blood.
saying I thought Brims were from Irvington as well. Like I
That's
know
not-
they be scattered around.
It's a part of Irvington where the Brims is, wasn't it?
Okay.
But they so far away from us. How we gonna beef with them?
That's true.
I never said anything about beef. I'm just saying I thought Brims
Yeah,
were
no,
from
the
Irvington
Brims
as
used to
well.
beef with the Hoover niggas and the whatever, the A-Trade niggas. That's in that area. You feel what I'm saying? He
Okay.
can attest to that.
So-
But what
it's be rare that
inspired-
you beef with a great
what
nigga, at
inspired
least far
gang
as
tape,
coming over,
Louie?
at least from where I'm from, coming over there.
So what inspired the gang tapes? Second to last question. What
All
inspired?
right, so let me be honest with you. The gang tapes came from just the way I was living.
Okay.
Right? The cover, if you see the cover,
Oh yeah.
yeah, the cover is a person. His name Robert Cook. That's my cousin. That's my family member of mine.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing 60 years in prison.
60 years.
Is this Czech people?
That's Big G Check, who you see on the
Okay,
cover.
all right.
Check
Who's
that y'all know
Check?
is Little G
Y'all
Check.
need to know that.
You said it like I need to know who
No,
that
I
is.
did. I
Yeah,
did.
so that's
I
Big
asked
G
him a
Check.
question.
Check you know that you see that's Lil G Check.
Okay.
Big G Check. He supposedly, because he's going through a pill, supposedly killed the correctional officer. But it's a backstory behind it that he was getting jumped in the county and he was letting people come in and jump him, the other blood niggas. This particular correctional officer supposed to have been a blood.
Okay.
Now he just winded up dead in the daytime inside a
Wow.
and he paid the price for it. He been locked up since 2003. You know what I mean? And it's 2018. And being that we're doing a gang tape, I just feel like he embodies the gang shit because he put his life on the line if he did do it for, you know what I mean, what he did. So that's explaining
And if
the
he
cover.
didn't do it, he still put his
He still
life
put
on
his
the
life
line.
on the line because he was a gang member. He
Wow,
did that.
60
And-
years is a long ass
And he
time.
didn't tell on nobody if he didn't do
Exactly, because that's
Okay.
gang shit.
it. That's gang shit. And that's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
Dom, you part of the gang
Talk that
set?
talk.
Talking that gang.
She gang shit too,
and now,
huh?
so the gang tapes is just a revelation of who I am. This is probably, I like to make music too. So my whole life, being in the gang is just a part of who I am. That's not solely who I am, but it's a part of who I am.
Yeah,
and
that's
I'll
where
be
you
alive.
started.
You know, what I mean? Even now, it still play a part. It's 25% of who I am. What makes up my character. I still go back and holler at the homies and talk to them just because they're a part of the gang. See, we look down on gangs because of the destruction they
The
cause.
backlash, they think it's negative
But that's
all the
not what it was
time.
meant for.
That's
Yeah.
not
So
exactly
if you know what it was meant for, it'll be something. It's something to be proud of.
Yeah.
So opposed to us to look at it and say,
That's like a clan.
and be ashamed of
like
it. You feel what
Black
I'm saying?
Panther.
Did you watch Rapture on Netflix?
talking about, like, Black
in
Panther's a
the
clan.
middle of it.
Did you watch? You didn't watch Dave East and Nas.
I seen Dave East one because it was like the second or third one.
So
I
did
seen.
you see Nas' brother Jungle talk about the gang shit?
Yeah, the gang.
All right, so
Hey,
that's another episode.
yeah.
We're gonna bring you back for that one.
Yeah, yeah,
All
see what I'm
right?
saying?
All right,
So-
we go.
Last question. What can we expect from Louie J in the future?
Oh, that's a good question. More
I
homes.
got another question. It's small, but go ahead.
More homes. You're gonna be a lot more homes, more businesses. You feel me from me? If y'all don't know, I do a book bag drive every year.
Yes,
Talk that
I was
shit.
gonna-
That's what's up. I never knew that.
This is my 6th year doing it right now. Irvington, New Jersey. I mean, McDonald's. I got a sponsorship with McDonald's. We do it every year. We give out 300 to 500 book bags.
out to McBoss
I
Lady.
never
Can
knew
you tell Miss
that.
Boss Lady we need a sponsor?
I
Shout out to
just
Boss
talked to her
Lady.
recently,
Okay.
we give out 300 to 500 free meals the same day.
Well, that's what's
You
up.
know what I'm saying? And we just recently
Right,
did
wanna get
one
haircuts.
downtown.
Yeah.
We recently just did one downtown. We gave our haircuts included.
Can you
it's
talk
a-
about
it's a
Diggie's
whole
World?
fun day.
You're
My
big,
Diggie's World
you're
sponsor
big.
that?
Oh, Diggie's World sponsored that this year too as well. We
So
appreciate
you're big on the community. That's what's up. I respect
Yeah, I helped
that.
destroy it, so I feel like
Yeah.
it was only right that we try to build it back.
Bring it back. So, how would you describe your album in one word? One word, Louie, because you like to talk. One word.
Don't make a long story
Honest.
short.
Yeah, I said one word.
He said
Be honest.
Honest? Okay. I like that answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when
So
you hear
when is it released?
on May 1st,
May 1st.
by the time this interview
Tourist
drop,
season.
you can get the pre-orders. You know what I mean? Or ASAP. So by the time this drop, it's gonna be the 23rd, 24th, or something like that. By the time this drop, you go get the pre-orders. You go pick it up.
Get them pre-orders.
And how can people pre-order that?
You
Yeah,
can
how can we
if
get
you
your
got-
music?
You
How
got
can we get it?
Androids. You go to Google Play. You can go to Shazam,
It's on
iTunes. You can go to SoundCloud. Anywhere you can stream music.
Are you giving out CDs, or you're not doing that no more?
No, I'm not giving out no
Okay.
CDs. You know what I
That
mean?
wasn't the beginning. We got bills.
But I
Yeah,
still
yeah,
have a
bills.
CD. I have a car.
But
with
if you
CDs in it.
are the first 10 people, if you hearing this right now, if you do buy it, you get a free T-shirt. If you do purchase
What's
it,
on the T-shirt?
it's gonna be the article of the gang tape, like the actual cover, the date release, and it's gonna be a signature on it.
Ain't gonna be chapter 12 what I'm wearing tonight.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry too. That's my other clothing line. That was my first clothing line.
Yes.
It's my first business, chapter 12.
We
clothing.
valid.
We follow, we wear it.
We wear it.
Exactly, you follow, we wear it.
So Louie J, we want to thank you for being
Coming
our
through to the
guest
Appreciate you guys.
tonight on
Yes.
the Queens podcast.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
you guys.
Like,
Thank
we
you guys.
really appreciate you, because I think the four of us right now are like, if we weren't fans before, we're bigger fans now. You know what I'm
I
saying?
didn't know. I didn't know
appreciate
enough
it.
about you.
That's right,
Yeah.
Daddy.
Are we?
She was
Okay.
gonna try.
Let's try it.
In Tiff Daddy voice, you rocking with the best.
So, I
Just so
know,
they know.
I know you explained to our listeners where they can find your new mixtape that's coming out on May 1st.
Yeah.
All right, Taurus season, because my husband a Taurus.
Yeah,
All right.
Taurus season. We gonna fuck it
But
up.
anyway,
for his birthday.
I know, it's okay, it's okay. I'm ready,
And my brother Misa, Taurus
I'm ready.
season.
All right. So can you please let our listeners know where they can find you on social media? And then I want you
Yeah.
to recap that, where they can get this gang tape.
In fact, I
Gang
appreciate
tape.
that. So listen.
What?
So look, you know Instagram is the hot spot. So let me
Yes.
hit y'all with that first. It's at LOUIE_JAY1, the number 1. After that, you can go to Facebook, Lord Louie, 2 L's, LLORD_LOUIE, Lord Louie. Also, you can find me on Tumblr, same name, Louie J, LOUIE_JAY. No, but you can go to it.
All platforms, okay? He got you
Twitter.
figured out.
Twitter, LOUIE_JAY1, or you can do the underscore Lord Louie double L's. It's gonna come up. Whichever way you choose to do it, it's gonna
You can
link to the
Google
same
him, because
person.
the nigga gonna come up.
You can Google me. It's gonna come on everything that you even think about.
Exactly.
Every platform.
If you Google Bianca's baby daddy, it'll come up.
I'm pretty sure it will. She claiming
you
him.
go to World Star, it'll go up to World Star. You can Google it. And videos come up on World Star. Any way you can think of music.
How
without-
we get on World Star?
That's the whole conversation we hang up when we.
We need that
That's
exposure.
when we
That
hang
is
up.
money.
That's a fee.
Yeah.
You know what I
That
mean?
is money.
And we got some sponsors, so we got some fees. Okay.
Yeah,
We got y'all.
Yeah,
So we again, listeners, thank you, Louie, for being
appreciate you
our
for having me.
Rocking out with hella queens,
being
rocking
here
out with the
today.
best.
All right.
I appreciate you.
To our listeners, we still need y'all topics. We still need y'all questions.
Hey, queen questions.
Where can they get us, y'all? Where can they get us?
For hella queens.
Hella_queens_ on Instagram.
For hella queens at gmail.com.
Yes.
Hella Queens Podcast on Facebook.
Exactly.
Or you
Like, follow, subscribe, all that.
All that.
SoundCloud, iTunes, all that.
All that. And if you did like tonight's episode, we will be doing more local artists in the
Yes.
future.
Yes.
Come up, tell your life.
Businesses
And
as well.
she disrespected me by calling me
Yeah,
local.
I know, I
I'm
felt
bigger
it.
than a local artist. You being
Relax.
disrespectful.
Don't
You-
let your
Lab ass
No,
nigga.
no, you relax.
Don't
you
let your-
relax. You relax. Don't you
Don't
relax.
let your mans put the battery in your back, because you didn't even notice that till your man said
We're from
Okay.
Jersey. We're from Jersey.
Well,
Yeah.
artists who would like to join our platform
There we go.
and tell us a
That
little bit
sound
about
better.
themselves and our listeners, you can always reach out to us on those same social media outlets.
And you are now listening to Hella Queens Podcast.
Thank
and
you,
we are
Louie, for
out.
coming through.
No problem.
Yes.
Ciao.
Gang, gang.
Pass the wand, too. God
You
damn.
ain't want it 20 minutes ago. You didn't want it an hour ago.
We out, y'all. Tune
Cool
in next
voice.
week.